Hi YouTube, this is Brian on my path to Paphos. Welcome, good to see you, just to give you a quick update as to what's going on, because I've been living here now 3 weeks. 3 weeks as a permanent resident on the island, although I don't have my residency yet. I'm still residing here now in my house in Universal, and I thought I'd give you a quick update on what's been happening and how I'm finding it, because there's an awful lot of you watching from the UK who are planning on doing this journey, and it's all very well explaining how to get here, or my journey of how to get here, but when you get here, well, it's a different kettle of fish altogether, because you've done the move, you've done all that hard work. But is it disappointing? Is it something which is a little bit of a letdown, or is it something which is absolutely fabulous and you're so pleased you did it? Well, I'll let you off the hook straight away. I am over the moon that I've done this. This has been probably one of the best things I've decided to do in my life, apart from getting married and having a family. This has been something which has been a culmination of a lot of years of investigation, a lot of years of research, a lot of years of coming here and enjoying the place. But it really is different when you come to live somewhere. And people on the comments have said many times, but you're still in holiday mode, you're doing this. I'm not. I'm honestly not. In the 3 weeks I've been here, I've settled down so quickly. But there are some anomalies in that, and I'll come to those in a second, so keep watching the video. But yeah, it's amazing how quickly when you've got a house to look after, washing to do, and ironing to do, and all those sort of things, and you have to clean the house, and there's nobody doing the housemaid part for you. It's down to you. It brings the reality in very, very quickly. But at the same time, that's what I've had for most of my life. I've lived in a house for years, and that's what makes it normal. But coming out, the surroundings are so different. Instead of going home being a little bit miserable and down because it's been pouring of rain, you couldn't get out the car without having to dash to wherever you got on to go. Dark skies. We have had rain. I've had quite a big storm a week and a half ago, which really hammered down, thunder and lightning overnight, and very grey, very cold. I had to go and get blankets out to put on the bed because it was so cold. But that's part of the charm, and it only lasted for a couple of days, and it's been back to this. And I think today is, about 25 degrees out here. But yes, the coming out here has been really good. You go back, you get a big dose of vitamin D, which gives you a feel-good factor anyway. You go back after having a nice, enjoyable walk along the beach, or something nice to eat. Or I tend to drink a lot of coffee and a lot of Coke over here. So I'm not really getting myself up on the alcohol, although I did have a couple of drinks the other day, which was very unusual. But yes, it's just one of those nice places where you go home and you feel happy when you go home, rather than necessarily being miserable like I usually am in the UK. I'm feeling it very much because Sue's still over in the UK and having to put up with all these things. Although I do think that she's really happy that the house is tidy most of the time, because when I'm there it's not. But yeah, the big difference is, and I said I'd come back to this, the big difference for me is I can't get my head around the fact that, yes, I'm at home, this is where I live, this is my new home, I'm very, very much settled in. It's not a holiday when I'm here, yet 2.5 kilometres away from where I am, I'm back at Paphos Harbour, having a cup of coffee in the English Rose Cafe. There are other cafes are available, but they've always treated me really well. And people watching in the sunshine. I think, well, I'd have to travel 2,000 miles to come out here in the past to do the same thing, and I'd have to plan it and spend money on tickets. Now I jump in a car, and within 5 minutes I'm doing that, and that takes a bit of getting your head around. So yes, I'm not on holiday. I'm not in holiday mode, but as soon as I go down to the harbour, it's like being on holiday. It's a strange experience, and I think it's going to take me quite some time to get over that. Driving, I did a little tongue-in-cheek video about the driving. Some people took that seriously. Please don't take these things seriously. They're not meant insulting. They are very much tongue-in-cheek. If I say it's tongue-in-cheek, it is tongue-in-cheek, because if I do tongue-in-cheek things, it usually means that I quite like them. I'm just having a little bit of a dig. But the driving over here, I enjoy doing. I love driving over here. I find the driving is different to the UK, and it's quite funny. But at the same time, there is a certain laid-back element to it, which hasn't been in UK driving for 30 or 40 years. Since I started learning to drive, the UK has changed, and I do find that this is a little bit like the UK was 30 or 40 years ago, insofar as, at least outside the main cities, outside Limassol and Larnaca. But when you get to Paphos and you get out into the countryside as well, it's like driving 30, 40 years ago in the UK. It's got that pleasure which is now sadly lacking. There is a lot of bureaucracy over here insofar as trying to get things done, but it's a very Marmite place. And for those not in the UK, there's a thing called Marmite, which is it's like a gooey black paste which you get out of a jar and you can spread on toast and things like that. And I think it's a meat and yeast extract sort of thing. And there's a saying in the UK, it's very Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. There's no middle ground. And I do find the bureaucracy is a little bit like that out here. Get my internet put in, I needed fibre put in. There wasn't fibre to the house. I went in on the Friday morning to see about ordering it. They came out on the Friday afternoon and surveyed the house to see what needed, and on the Monday morning at 9:30 they turned up, after saying they would, given an appointment for it, turned up 9:30, and within, well, I think it was just over half an hour, they'd installed fibre into the house and connected it all up and gone. Unbelievably fast. I wouldn't get it that fast in the UK. But at the same time trying to get my water and waste, my water, refuse and municipal charges converted over to my name rather than the landlord's. Well, it's 3 weeks in and I'm still waiting to actually get anywhere. They want to see the landlord in person. It's very strange. So there's no middle ground out here. It's that sort of thing. Now, one of the things I really must do in this video, since it's a bit of a catch-up video, is to say a huge, and I mean huge, thank you to all the people viewers on this channel who've came up to me when I've been out here. It's like being a minor celebrity, which I'm finding very difficult to get my head around, because as I say to all of them, I actually don't understand why people watch this channel particularly. I'm a bumbling Geordie who doesn't have it all scripted. He hums and haws and uhs and ums. But I do try to be sincere. I do try to tell you my journey. Remember, it's not a factual thing. This, as I said at the beginning of the video, this isn't about me giving you the lowdown facts. Everything I say is what I'm picking up. So there's always a caveat on that. I may be wrong. But what I'm trying to do is journal my journey out here, journal my experiences. And if it gives some people some help, or gives some people some hope even, then I'm really over the moon with that. But the community that is building up around here, as the subscribers and the viewers, I'm actually absolutely knocked out. Thank you all. Whether you've seen me in Cyprus or whether you haven't seen me at all, there's such a wonderful community out there who are subscribing, who are liking the videos, who are commenting on the videos. As I say, please comment. It makes such a difference to the comments. I enjoy seeing your comments. There are bad ones, and I know that. I've said it several times on the videos. There are some very hurtful and hateful comments. I'm putting most of it down to jealousy, because I'm actually doing it and living the dream. And to tell you the truth, the people who've given me support and say just ignore them, I really appreciate all those comments, so thank you, because sometimes it can get you a little bit down, but I'm trying to ignore them. There's people who've been quite hurtful and hateful on here. I'm just deleting you. I can. It's my channel. It's great. But for those who are giving supportive comments or just conversational comments, thank you. But even better, as I say, the people I've met out here, I have met dozens of people now. I did try putting names onto a video saying thank you to them, but I'm so bad at remembering names in the first place. But I've met so many people that I've lost count, and I've lost the recollection of who's who and why, because people who I've met who watch the channel have been so kind and so supportive and so interesting to meet. So thank you. If you're one of those people who bumped into me, take it as a personal thank you. It did make a lot of difference. Well, as I say, I'm out here on the beach beside the Imperial Hotel on the hotel strip. It's about halfway along, and there's a water sport bay here. And I've been watching the parasailing. I've been out doing a video for my video channel. I've got a camera channel. I've got a channel called That Micro Four Third Guy, which is all about Micro Four Third format photography, Olympus and Lumix cameras. And I've got that channel. There's a link above if you're interested in it. Where I've got about 12,000 plus subscribers on that one. And again, I've just said the same thing to them, because we have a great community over there. We have a great set of people who are passionate about the photography and passionate about having fun with the photography. And it's like that now. This channel's got big enough. I think it's about 2,200 viewers, subscribers, and I'm realizing that you are the most important people on this channel, because you give the feedback and you give the encouragement for me to carry on. So thank you. And if you do see me anywhere in Paphos, don't be afraid. Just come up, shout Brian, give me a shout, give me a call, and come and shake my hand, and I would love to meet you. Got a couple of dogs now. The white dog was very friendly to me before, but so I'm going to see if it's going to be just as friendly on the way past. Anyway, yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and give me a big thumbs up, because that's YouTube uses that to see how popular the channel is. And what it does is, if you get enough thumbs up and subscribers, then it does tend to boost it so more new people can see it, and that helps the channel grow, which I really do appreciate. If you'd like to support the channel in some way, it's still very early days. Somebody complained and said I was begging for money. I'm not begging for money. It's a standard sort of thing on YouTube. You get the content for free. So if people are finding it useful, you're not obliged to give anything, but if you do find it useful, buy me a coffee at www.buymeacoffee.com/Brian James. Somebody said I should have to pay you to watch these videos. Maybe that's the case, but it's not how it works on YouTube. And because the content is produced free, sometimes a little bit of a thank you does help us, because there is cost. It takes time. We have to have equipment. I've had to spend out on cameras and things like this to do it. So I don't consider it begging. I'm just hopefully trying to cover some of the costs. And because I can't work at the moment properly, I'm having to do some free gigs over here to get my name known. So I've got a couple of gigs lined up. I'm going to be, actually, if you're anywhere near Lofty's Bar in Paphos, come and see me there on Saturday night at 9 p.m. I'll be doing my first gig in Cyprus. It is, as I say, I'm having to do these things for free just to get my name known, because in the UK I can get gigs very easily. I'm well known in my area, been professionally singing for 32 years. But over here I'm the new boy, and I really do appreciate the people who are giving me a chance. So I'm doing some of those for free just to get my name out and get people so they can see me, so that when I get my residency in June, then I can actually start earning some proper money and pay my wages. But so if you do want to come along, I'd love to see you there. Again, introduce yourself and just let me know you're one of my viewers, one of my subscribers, and I'll be pleased to see you. But until then, this is Brian saying thank you. Welcome to my Path to Paphos. I hope you have a fantastic Path to Paphos yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.